Good. The Newmarket Guineas run suggests that, you know, he got the mile there, but I think at 7 with a bit of cut in the ground is probably even more suitable for him.
And these 3-year-olds are completely dominating this market. 5-4 Excelebration, 5-2 Dubai Gold, Beacon Lodge, the most strongly fancied of the older horses. This is the feature today here in Newbury, the CGA Hungerford Stakes. Will Excelebration have punters celebrating once again? We'll find out with Simon Holt.
Balthazar's Gift, the last in here. Balthazar's Gift just backing away slightly in the red jacket. The winner 2 years ago tends to come through very late. This 8-year-old, they're standing, they're ready. Perfect Tribute just getting down a little in stall 8. And they're off, and Perfect Tribute jumped out awkwardly, badly. And Ceremonial Jade goes on. Excelebration's stable companion. Excelebration over on the far side in the green cap. Musea is handy in the noseband. And then the checker in black and red. Doncaster Rover on the near side. Dubai Gold is pulling hard in behind. Then Beacon Lodge, followed by Perfect Tribute, and finally Balthazar's Gift. So through the first furlong and a half in the CGA Hungerford Stakes, and it's Ceremonial Jade taking them along, tracked by Excelebration and Adam Kirby. Towards the centre is the checker. Away to the left is Musea. Further left, red and white, is Doncaster Rover. Then Beacon Lodge. Perfect Tribute, Dubai Gold in behind them, and Balthazar's Gift remains at the tail of the field. Excelebration drawing alongside Ceremonial Jade. The checker's right there, so too Musea now being pumped along. After them is Beacon Lodge. Dubai Gold is looking for a gap through. Just slightly checked there was Dubai Gold as Perfect Tribute went for a similar opening, but Excelebration travels well in front from Musea as they head down to the final furlong, and Excelebration just quickening up now quite nicely. Excelebration kicks 2, 3 lengths clear of Musea, and then Beacon Lodge running on well. Dubai Gold can't pick up, but the leader's picking up in terrific style here, and Excelebration just stretches right away. Excelebration excels to win the Hungerford. Beacon Lodge probably just second ahead of Musea. Dubai Gold, who pulled hard early. Doncaster Rover, the checker. Balthazar's Gift, Perfect Tribute, and Ceremonial Jade.
Well, he's been plying his trade in Group 1 company, and even though this was a Group 2, that was a top-level performance from Excelebration. He's among the best of his generation. There's a horse called Frankel around.
And I think it tells us how good the 3-year-old milers are. Zoffany clearly is a good horse to have beaten him that day, but I think 7 furlongs may turn out to be this fellow's absolute optimum.
Beacon Lodge runs to the pound every time, and seems to have done so again, third from the left. He's run another super race, and Musea, first run for 110 days, he can build on this for sure. Slightly better run today from the checker, red and black colours. Likewise Balthazar's Gift, red and black colours left of shot. But as the pacemaker Ceremonial Jade tails off, an equal distance in front of the pack is his stable companion Excelebration. When he won the German Guineas, Timeform rated it the best German Guineas performance in modern history, beating Royal Abjar in '94. This, I rather suspect, is up there with the best Hungerfords of the modern era, including Paco Boy's winning performance in this. Very, very impressive indeed. The time is 1:24, which is a second a little outside the standard. Now, the Geoffrey Freer time is going to look very impressive relative to the rest of the times. Do bear in mind the Geoffrey Freer is the only race we've had on the round course, and quite often with the rail movement and the slightly quicker ground down the back, the times furlong for furlong there can be quicker, but there's no doubt that this is going to be the quickest 7 furlong time of the day.
They're off, racing over the mile. As they come from the gates, Dubai Gold is steadied and is dropped in at the back of the field as Handsome Maestro in the red and white goes on to lead. Rio de la Plata, blue jacket, running in second place. Excelebration in the grey and green. Bit Free runs in third. Raj Saman then in the orange striped jacket. A white cap is in fourth place. The noseband of Planteur is a length and a half behind this. Then the white and green of Royal Bench, the red of Tin Horse, and Dubai Gold is the back marker. He'd be 15 odd lengths behind Handsome Maestro, who's gone into a long lead as they race down the side. He's about 7 lengths clear to Rio de la Plata in second place. There's a good gap then, 4 or 5 lengths to Excelebration running in third, with against the rails the noseband of Planteur. Raj Saman is next. And then comes Royal Bench, Tin Horse, and still the back marker is Dubai Gold as they head on towards the home straight then, and Handsome Maestro continues to be out in a good lead. He's about 4 lengths clear. Rio de la Plata, last year's runner-up in second place. Excelebration is behind us as the leaders begin to bunch a little bit now. Raj Saman coming there on the outside. Planter is at full stretch. Dubawi Gold making some progress as they head down to the closing stages. Excelebration now with the green sleeves has come through to take it up. Quickly goes on to a length to Rio de la Plata in second place, who's trying to get back on terms. Dubawi Gold and Raj Saman the next two. Excelebration hanging to the rails a little bit, but he's in front by well over a length, and it's Excelebration who goes on to win.
Attempting to consolidate his reputation as the world's best. That's it, they're racing. And Frankel away pretty well and drops in behind them early, and the pacemaker goes on. Bullet Train by 2 or 3 lengths to Dick Turpin is up there in second. Then in third, Dubawi Gold, and just behind them on the near side, Excelebration. In behind them is Frankel, wanting to go half a stride, maybe a stride faster. In behind, being held by Tom Quealy. Also pulling hard as Side Glance back in the field. They're followed next in the field by Poet's Voice, and last is Immortal Verse. So it's Bullet Train out in front, 6 lengths clear, but they're basically ignoring him. In second is Dick Turpin, 2 away then in third, follows Dubawi Gold, followed next in the field by Excelebration. Now Quealy giving this Frankel a little bit more rein, and now he's starting to move up on the outside. Excelebration going with him, followed then by Poet's Voice. They're virtually ignoring the pacemaker, and Frankel has strode up on the outside to lead the maid bunch here. Bullet Train well in front, but it's Frankel who's now about 6 lengths behind his pacemaker, being tracked now by Poet's Voice, and further back Excelebration. They're followed next in the field by Immortal Verse, who's got about 4 lengths to make up on Frankel. So Bullet Train comes back to them at the 2, being tackled now by the stablemate Frankel, who takes it up clearly. Excelebration behind them, followed by Immortal Verse, produced on the far side. A furlong left to go. It's Frankel by 2 lengths, trying hard. Excelebration, he's gone for the whip Quealy, but kept going. Frankel goes on to make it 9 out of 9. Exciting, scintillating, and sensational
race. One of the last ones going in now is Excelebration. White flag raised, and they're off. Beginning now to make the way in the early stages, and pushed up in the centre is Windsor Palace to just take over and lead, with close-up Beacon Lodge towards the inside, and these are being closely followed by Kergali, who's just on the outer. Billy Ford in between horses with Excelebration. They settle down now and make their way, with Cresultan just tucked in the back marker of the 6th. They tack over towards the near side now in the Big Bad Bob Gladness Stakes, with Windsor Palace in the centre. On the near side, Kergali. Close up on the outside is Beacon Lodge. Just behind them, Excelebration, Billy Ford and Cresultan. Coming up now to the halfway point, and Windsor Palace is just the leader from on the outside. Beacon Lodge, tracked by Kergali on the near side. Excelebration and Billy Ford are followed then by Cresultan. They've got just over 2.5 to go now, and Beacon Lodge moves up on the outside to just pick it up from Windsor Palace. Excelebration and the grey Kergali, followed by Billy Ford and Cresultan. Passing the 2, and in the centre it is still boxing away Windsor Palace from Beacon Lodge. Excelebration coming there towards the near side, followed by Cresultan, heading to the final furlong, and Excelebration comes to just head Windsor Palace, a couple of lengths to Cresultan, and racing inside the final furlong. Excelebration accelerates and goes right away as they run up towards the finish on his Irish racing debut. Excelebration and Joseph O'Brien win by 4 lengths. Cresultan, Windsor Palace, Billy Ford, and then came Kergali and Beacon Lodge.
On the course, Frankel impressed Simon going down. That's good news. And the betting, Dubawi Gold and the big fellow himself. Negative for Excelebration in the ring. Also on the exchanges for Aidan O'Brien's colt, but positives for Dubawi Gold and Frankel.
Frankel 7-2 on Berling to Bertie, 130 Excelebration, 16 Dubawi Gold.
And so Frankel was the last one in. The 6 runners are lined up for the Group 1 JLT Lockinge Stakes, and away they go. And Frankel's pacemaker, Bullet Train, straight into an early lead. The pacemaker for Excelebration, Windsor Palace, Shamie Heffernan in the white cap, but it's Frankel who tracks Bullet Train. Then Windsor Palace, Excelebration getting cover behind Frankel on the near side in the purple cap. On the far side in the green jacket is Ransom Note, and Dubawi Gold is held up in last place by by Richard Hughes. So Bullet Train is there to ensure that it's a fair pace, an honest pace, and he seems to be doing a fair job at the moment. Frankel 2 lengths down in second place under Tom Queally, and normally Tom just has to change his hands and Frankel just takes off with him. Moving up Windsor Palace, Excelebration on the near side, Ransom Note over on the far side, and still Dubawi Gold at the rear of the field as they race down the centre of the straight course here. And it's still Bullet Train, a couple of lengths, maybe a shade more ahead of Frankel. Maybe the pace is lifting a little. Ransom Note is moving up on the outside. Windsor Palace gets a shake of the reins, then Excelebration, and now they're racing inside the final 3 furlongs. Bullet Train by 2 lengths to Frankel in second place. On the left, the odds-on favourite, and he's going very strongly. Tracked by Excelebration, then Ransom Note, Dubawi Gold and Windsor Palace. The crowd roar, and Frankel strikes the front at Newbury. Excelebration is after him in second place, but Frankel is opening up. He's gone 3-4 lengths clear. Excelebration is giving it all he's got in second, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough, and Frankel is going to be 10 out of 10. What a machine! What a monster! Frankel wins the Lockinge. What a fantastic performance again. Excelebration in second, no match for his old rival. Then came Dubawi Gold and...
Awesome. That's the word you have to use about Frankel, who was 9-4 on with Paddy Power when betting opened 11 days ago. Returned this 7-2 on favourite. Beats Excelebration again. Excelebration 100-30. Second favourite. Dubawi Gold was third at 16-1. The 20th favourite in 54 runnings of the JLT, Lockinge to win it. The 16th horse to go off at odds on. The 11th to land the odds. The hat trick for with Camford Cliffs and Paco Boy for odds-on chances. You go back to the Queen's Pall Mall, who was odds-on twice in the late 50s. Frankel is absolutely magnificent, and William Hiller put in a prices, evens Frankel to remain unbeaten this season, provided he runs once more. Even money, Frankel to remain unbeaten. Who possibly can beat the awesome, brilliant... The crowd here were just cheering and clapping, a lot of clapping, as he went past the post for Frankel. Female on the exchanges, that must have gone and hit some of those layers.
The ones that were willing to lay it, of course.
What a start to the week. Frankel unbeaten in 11 starts, 6 of them Group 1s, the highest rated horse in the world. Will this be another big win? Last one goes in. There's Tom Queally. They're set for the Queen Anne. Stand by. They're off. And a pretty good start too. Premier Loco on the near side began well, going fast in the early stages too, as Worth That right over on the far side with the noseband. He's looking around there, Ian Mongan on Bullet Train. He's looking to see where the others are. He's the pacemaker for Frankel, and Frankel right in his slipstream there in the pink cap in about 4th position. Going into second in the early stages is Joseph O'Brien on Excelebration. So on settling down, and it's Bullet Train who shows the way from Helmet, and Excelebration and a half length away Frankel, who's smothered up in the centre. 3 parts away then Worth That. Further back in the field then the black cap of Side Glance. They're followed next by Premier Loco and Red Jazz, and right out the back is Windsor Palace. In company there with Strong Suit, who's second last, and Indomito as last, as they race up towards halfway in the Queen Anne. And it's Bullet Train taking them along at a good gallop. From in second, Helmet on the near side. Over on the far side in third then the purple jacket of Joseph O'Brien on Excelebration. Then in the centre is Frankel, and now Queally is giving him a bit more rein as he moves up now with 3 furlongs left to travel. He says, go on, Frankel. Frankel races now to a narrow lead. Excelebration trying to go with him. The old rival. They've got 2 furlongs left to go in the Queen Anne. And now he starts to shake the reins at Frankel. He gets an immediate response. The champion starts to draw away. He's gone 3 lengths in front. Excelebration can find no more. And this is a procession. It's now Frankel who's drawing away. What a performance. The superb, the spectacular Frankel. 11 out of 11, and in a zone of his own. It's Frankel who wins it by 8 lengths. Excelebration gets second. In third then is Side Glance, followed by Indomito, who ran on well. They were followed then by Windsor Castle back in the field. So too was Helmet in company there with Bullet Train, and further back then Red Jazz. Back towards the rear was Premier Loco in company with Worth That, and also Strong Suit. But what a mighty performance by the highest rated horse in the world. It's Frankel, and what an exciting start to a magnificent week in prospect. Number 3, Frankel, ridden by Tom Queally, is the winner. Owned by Prince Khalid Abdullah, and trained by Sir Henry Cecil. Frankel has got the money. He's done it at long odds on, and it never looked in any doubt. In second is number 2, Excelebration, his old rival. He's now been beaten 5 times by Frankel. Third was number 7, Side Glances, ran on particularly well for Jimmy Fortune. And fourth is number 4, Indomito, from Germany, ridden by William Buick, came from back towards the rear of the field. 10-1 on Frankel, 5-1 Excelebration, 33-1 Side Glance. And what a start to the meeting. A fabulous performance.
That's it, and we're off. The 2012 running of the Prix Jacques le Marois, Group 1 over the straight 1,600-metre trip here at Deauville. And Elusive Kate, one of 2 John Gosden runners, goes into an early lead under Frankie Dettori, settled on the inside of Cityscape, the white face there with the Khaled Abdullah colours. Behind those, the orange and white quarter jacket of Most Improved under Kieran Fallon. Excelebration, now the mounted Christos Soumillon, settled in about 3rd or 4th place. Behind those is Golden Lilac. On the wide outside, seeing plenty of space, has Fallen for You. Behind those, the star jacket of Indomito, Olivier Pellier. Immortal Verse, last year's winner, the green and white hoops behind Most Improved. And the back marker at the moment is Casper Netsch as they go through the first few 100 metres. On the outside, Golden Lilac, Maxine Guillon. On the inside, Cityscape, James Doyle. On the striped jacket on the rails is Elusive Kate. They're followed through by Excelebration, who's come over from his wide berth into a mid-division. On the wide outside, though, is Fallen for You, William Buick. And behind those, Most Improved, just ridden along by Kieran Fallon. It's on the inside, though, Elusive Kate. On the outside there is Cityscape, James Doyle. Pushed along is Golden Lilac in 3rd place. Excelebration is in 4th at the moment and being hustled along by Christophe Soumillon. Dropping out of it there is Fallen for You, but on the inside, Elusive Kate, Frankie Dettori. Cityscape, James Doyle. On the far side, Excelebration now finds room under Christophe Soumillon. There's no Frankel around today, but those colours are carried by Cityscape, and on the inside, it's Elusive Kate. It's Excelebration out in front, Christophe Soumillon. Excelebration out in front from Cityscape and Elusive Kate.
Off and racing for the Queen Elizabeth II Stakes, sponsored by Kipco, and Elusive Kate is going to head over towards the near side rail. At the moment we've got it into 2 groups, with Excelebration tracking the leader Elusive Kate on the stand side with Carlton House and Sovereign Debt. Now moving over to join them, Side Glance, Cityscape's Big White Face. Most Improved is being ridden with more restraint this afternoon, and Indomito is at the rear of the field. So just a couple of horse widths off the rail. It's Elusive Kate, the filly who cuts out the running. From Side Glance, the maroon colours on the outside of Excelebration. Carlton House has settled nicely in 4th place, the Scarlet Sleeves, with Cityscape posted 3 wide with the white face. Behind these we have Most Improved, and the last 2, Sovereign Debt and Indomito. So racing down towards halfway. Elusive Kate at what appears no more than an even pace, leading by a length from in 2nd place, Side Glance. Cityscape in 3rd up on the outside. Excelebration just looking to ensure there's a gap there at a crucial stage. Carlton House also moving off the rails. Most Improved towards the centre. Indomito and Sovereign Debt over 3 furlongs still to travel. Elusive Kate being wound up gradually. Excelebration just trying to poke his nose into that gap which Side Glance is trying to shut. Then Cityscape towards the outside and Carlton House. 2 furlongs to travel. Elusive Kate, Excelebration sitting and suffering against the rails. Joseph O'Brien as Cityscape now tries to move through. Cityscape, Excelebration pulls to the outside, saunters alongside with over a furlong to go. Cityscape back to the boards. Excelebration is asked. The response is instantaneous, and Excelebration on a great day for Ireland is absolutely going to wrap them in the QE2 and have his day on British Champions Day in the sun. Cityscape was 2nd, Elusive Kate was 3rd, Carlton House, Side Glance, Sovereign Debt, Indomito, and last of all was Most Improved.
In any other era, we might have hailed him a superstar already. Now we can hail him a very, very good horse indeed. Excelebration has sauntered away with the QE2.